folks, this is Christiana Gaudet with a review of the brand new Magical Times Empowerment Cards. This new deck comes from U.S. Games. The artist and author is Jody Bergsma. Now, the great thing about an oracle deck is, unlike tarot or Lenormand, it really doesn't require any study. You can get the deck today and right away be using it for insight, contemplation, connection to spirit, creative prompts, anything that you would use an oracle for. This is literally ready for you right out of the box. And speaking of box, one of the things I love best about this deck is its beautiful box. So often with tarot, with Lenormand, when we get the decks, we put the box aside and we wrap it in silk, or we put it in a special pouch or a special box. With this oracle deck, you don't really need to do this. If you're going to pull a card a day or something like that, as you can see, it's ready for you. You can just keep the deck in the pretty box, and there it is. So I really think the detail that's gone into the packaging of this deck is worth mentioning. Now, what's the deck look like? First of all, it's 44 cards. It comes with a little white book that's the same size as the cards, and we'll talk about the book in just a moment. But here are the cards. They are larger and more square than most tarot decks, and certainly Lenormand decks. Each card has a one-word name. This is friendship. This is flexibility. This is faith. Expectation is here. Some of the other words: kindness, manifestation, mercy, metamorphosis, cycles, dance, destiny, dignity, discernment, dreamer, elegance, energy, gratitude, happiness, healing, humor, integrity, journey, creation, confidence, action, adversity, anticipation, awareness, change, clarity, love, power, pilgrimage, partnership, nature, quest, prosperity, rebirth, reconciliation, sacred space, sanctuary, strength, union, gentleness. 44 words, 44 cards. Each card also has an illustration, and I don't think anyone could say that this art is anything other than beautiful. It's definitely fantasy art. Fairies, dragons, dolphins, Celtic symbols, symbols from sacred geometry. Here we have strength, it's a polar bear. Sacred space, a dragonfly. So if you like this kind of art, again, we see some Celtic symbols here with prosperity. This is a nice deck for you. Now, at the bottom of each card, there are directive instructions. For instance, for prosperity, focus on the positive and more good will come. Give thanks for blessings and they will multiply. Prosperity begins in the mind. That's a good message. And you can see the card backs are also lovely and reversible. For quest, and here we see a fairy riding on a winged, feathered thing. Be bold and mighty forces will aid you. Take action. Good luck favors the brave. These are great messages. Now, some of them, very few, really have me scratching my head. Like, for instance, gentleness, and we see this very lovely image for gentleness. Strength is gentle. True kindness has wings. Love in action endures. I love the first line. I love the third line. True kindness has wings. What does that mean? Wasps have wings. Lots of things have wings. I assume what she's saying is that when you are kind, it takes flight and maybe goes other places. I don't know. I think there would be easier, better ways to say that. Now, that brings us to the Little White Book. The very first line of the Little White Book drives me nuts. The section is called To Begin Your Readings, and this is how it starts. Like all things, Magical Times empowerment cards are a living energy, and it is good to align with their life force. Now, she goes on to talk about how to bond with the cards, how to make the deck really yours, and that's important information. But let's go back to this. Like all things, Magical Time empowerment cards are a living energy. All things are not a living energy. This lamp is not a living energy. I wish she had been as careful with the writing of this project as she was with the art. That's all. Now, one of the things I love in this book is she gives 3 spreads. One is a single card spread, what path should I choose? One is a 3-card empowerment spread, how did I get here and what is happening? And finally, we have a very interesting 5-card elemental influences spread that really is a ritual that calls on wisdom from the 5 elements. I really like these spreads. I like the way that they're described. And I think that they themselves are very empowering, giving a person confidence to work with the cards this deeply, and also maybe inspiring some custom spreads that the individual might design. So let's do a 1-card reading with this deck. And what I'm going to do is, you know what my favorite question is, what does the universe want me to know right now? Change. This is the card of change. Very beautiful image. It looks like a fairy on a butterfly. You are transforming. Let go of the past. Embrace the light and joy of this new day. What a beautiful message. Now, back to the Little White Book, I want to share with you that not only does she have these written directives on each card, she actually has an affirmation for each card. It's in alphabetical order. Each affirmation starts with the words, today I will. So it's an affirmation for the day. And let's see what the affirmation is. I have change. Today I will embrace transformation. I have the courage to let go of the past. I will eliminate negatives in my life and make room for all things positive and beautiful. I can choose to grow, and I know it is I who must do the choosing. I give thanks for this new day, a new start, and a new life. Okay, some people may say, well, that's a little hairy-fairy Pollyanna positive, but what's wrong with that? What's wrong with a positive message and a positive affirmation? So if you like positive messages, if you like oracle decks, and if you like beautiful fantasy artwork, I think you will really enjoy Magical Times empowerment cards.